So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 5 of our Aston Villa career mode on the PS4 FIFA 15, and we're going to be kicking off this episode with a home game at Villa Park up against Nottingham Forest in the Capital One Cup. So this is currently the second round. It is the first actual game that we're going to be playing in the Capital One Cup, and I'm really hoping we can try and progress and have a good cup run, especially as if we have a good cup run, maybe we'll get some additional funds as well to buy ahead and buy either a scout player or maybe even go ahead and try and build up our squad and find another player that we would use in our squad. But it was going to be a difficult game, to be honest, because as you saw right at the very start of the video, we did actually up the difficulty to legendary. I'm going to be upping it in this career mode and the Portsmouth career mode. The reason being is because I know you guys have been asking if I could up it, because it's kind of unrealistic that teams of Aston Villa and Portsmouth's credentials are actually currently top of the Barclays Premier League. But that's what we did. We actually upped the difficulty to legendary, so it's always going to be a hard game, and I'm going to have to try and get used to it, but hopefully we can still try and get a few good wins. But we actually find ourselves 1-0 up against Nottingham Forest. Jack Grealish with a good goal here. We'd actually double our lead with Ron Vlaar getting on a lovely cross there from Jack Grealish, and what a fantastic looping header it was. It goes over the top of the goalkeeper and over the top of the man on the line. He couldn't do anything about it, and our captain Ron Vlaar loops the ball over the top of Carl Darlow into the back of the net, and what a fantastic header it was, and a lovely pick out from Jack Grealish. As you saw, Ron Vlaar, one of our tallest players, he finds him, he gets clattered in the process, but it was worth it as he scores a goal and doubles our lead in the Capital One Cup. They do then get a really good chance at the 68th minute. They whip the ball in the box. It comes to Henry Lansbury. He gets a good header on it, but thankfully Brad Guzan makes a save, and Nzogbia blocks the shot there right on the line. But the next chance of the game does actually fall to us. Jack Grealish running through, has a good shot, but unfortunately it just goes whiskers wide of the post. Carl Darlow thought that was going in. That's why he was at full stretch to try and deny it, but thankfully for him, it did actually go wide of the post. But unfortunately, we were going to have a game on our hands in the last 10 minutes. They were going to be fighting for it now. They had got a consolation goal in the 78th minute, and all they needed was one more goal to take it into extra time. But thankfully, they didn't get it. But it was a really, really good goal, to be honest. A little poor defending from us. We shouldn't have allowed them to have that much space, especially giving someone like Henry Lansbury the time and space to think about the pass, and he's going to produce. But the next game in this episode was going to be an extremely difficult game up against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So it's going to be one of the hardest games so far in the episode, especially as we're just up the difficulty. So we're going to be able to see how we currently get on against the top sides. But they did have a pretty strong squad out. The only reason I don't really know why they're playing Mark Schwarzer instead of Courtois, and they're playing Mikel instead of Fabregas. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense to me. But we actually put our strongest squad out. We had Jose Corre, Vlaar, Congolo, and Sissoko at the back, and then we had the front three of Paco Alcacer, Gabriel Bonlahor, and Christian Benteke. But the first chance of the game that actually fall to us, Fabian Delph wins the header here. It comes to Paco Alcacer, it comes to Benteke, he plays the ball back to Alcacer. He has a really good shot, but unfortunately it just goes whiskers wide of the post and out wide for a goal kick. But so that was the first chance of the game in the 49th minute. But the next chance of the game once again does fall to us. Gabriel Bonlahor uses pace, he sprints away from Fabregas, who had just recently come on the pitch, has a good shot, but unfortunately Mark Schwarzer matched it with a real good save. And that's actually how the game finished. We ended up picking up a real crucial point at Stamford Bridge, and it just proves that we can still pick up really good results even though we're up on the difficulty. But to be honest, I'm enjoying it playing on this difficulty, because the reason being, it does make it more realistic, and I can see why you guys have been wanting me to up the difficulty. So here we go, we've upped it, and now hopefully you're going to enjoy the series just as much. And a lot of our players are actually progressing very, very nicely. Jack Grealish is a player that I really, really do enjoy playing with. I believe that he may be even taking the place of Gabriel Bonlahor in the up-and-coming games, because he's been playing really, really well. But unfortunately for us, Gabriel Bonlahor is also a real good player, and I really don't want to sacrifice him. Also, El Ghazi, the player that we had recently brought in as well, is also another good player that is going to be in contention to try and get a starting spot. So it's going to be them two trying to get starting spots. Obviously, Darren Bent's not really going to be getting one. He's just going to be like the impact sub. And Joe Cole, unfortunately for us, is getting a little bit too old, and we're going to maybe try and replace him for a centre mid, because at the moment we're having to play him at centre mid because we haven't actually got another centre mid. We may even have to call back Gary Gardner from loan. So if you think we should recall Gary Gardner from loan, please let us know in the comments down below, or if not, we'll go ahead and try and buy a centre midfielder in the January transfer window, which will be coming up hopefully very, very soon. But the next game of this episode and the last game was going to be up against Manchester City. It's going to be an extremely difficult game. They once again had a real strong squad out. The only thing once again I didn't understand is they had Willy Caballero in goal instead of Joe Hart. But the first chance of the game to actually fall to them, Yaya Toure plays the ball to Oscar, the Chelsea signing that they'd just recently made. He has a shot, but thankfully it just goes wide of the post. The next chance of the game, Christian Benteke is running through, has a really good shot, but unfortunately the best chance of the game does fall to us, and Christian Benteke messes up the finish. He should have really put it to one side of Willy Caballero, and we would have had to make him work a little bit harder than what he actually did. But Fernandinho or Oscar has a really good shot there, which just goes whiskers wide of the post. Bakayoko third runs through, he takes on Kolarov, he keeps on going, a lovely ball roll, he plays the ball back to Fabian Delph, he plays the ball to Carlos La Roca Sanchez, he has a shot, and unfortunately for us, Willie Caballero makes a good save down to his left hand side to prevent us from going 1-0 up, and the last chance of the game does actually fall to us. Bakayoko third is running through, a lovely roulette, plays the ball back, he tries to, Westwood tries to have a shot, it gets blocked, it comes to Christian Benteke, he plays the ball out wide to Gabriel Bonloho, he tries to finesse, but unfortunately it doesn't work. But that's actually it for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as very much appreciated, and I really do hope to see you next time very, very soon. Thank you, bye bye.